So, this is why it's important. Bernie Madoff was a guy in New York City. He started he was the director of the NASDAQ, which was the digital iteration of the Wall Street stock exchange. And he started it in 1993, and he guaranteed a return on investment that was very unusual for businesses, which is, I maintain, extremely unusual in natural business. And he would not allow anyone to invest with him unless it was a minimum of $100,000, and he decided to meet with them. So he didn't meet with everybody, and he was very particular. And we know now for 25 years, or more, 25 years, he was able to keep people thinking they had this particular return on investment. It's a pyramid scheme. Look it up if you're not familiar with it. I put some sources in this same video I did in Spanish a few days ago. So, here's the question. And I'm about at like 50 people in Colombia, here and in English. I have asked, what was the return on investment that Bernie Madoff promised that kept people for 25 years recommending to friends this amazing Ponzi scheme, this amazing investment? Okay, now remember, Steven Spielberg, Kevin Bacon, Eli Wiesel, who was a Nobel Prize winner, Jewish Holocaust survivor supposedly. These really important people, and financial funds, a very famous golfer in Colombia called Camilo Villegas. I think Villegas is the last name. Also, you can look up who invested with Bernie Madoff, and you'll see primarily a lot of really wealthy Jews, Israelis that know a lot about money. And what did he promise? So you gave $100,000 over a year. He promised a X amount in return on investment. Return of investment. That means what number do you put out there? $100,000. How much should you get back over a year period? This is what a lot of people don't know. So you can pause this and think about it and write it down. So Bernie Madoff promised a 10 to 12% return on investment. That means at $100,000, he promised that you would get $10,000 or $12,000 annually. That's because in real natural law, in real business, and I've owned several businesses in my life, making 7% is really good on a consistent basis. Okay? And any real CPA or accountant or business person will tell you that. It is very unusual to make more than that over time. And if you do, you're probably in a business that has a controlled either market or a controlled buddy system, which is called a cartel, or there are certain laws or statutes that put in place that favor your industry that makes it impossible for natural competition to exist. So in any case, I think this is a big reason why people are poor, why people give up on entrepreneurship, because they've never been told that your expectations are way too high from the movies you've seen or the TV series or the college professors that you listen to that never had their own business. By the way, I was a college professor for 4 years, for what it's worth. I taught corporate communications. I also taught leadership for the last semester of college students at a private business university called CESA, CESA, in Bogota, Colombia. You can look it up. And I also taught sales seminars. So I think it's a real disservice not to teach pragmatic information to people who are inspired to do something good for their neighbors in services or products, but that they have a real expectation of what their earnings will be on that. And at that 7%, as you save the money and use what you need to, but keep your children humble and stay humble, then you can build more businesses or invest in land, and other good things happen. So that's all I wanted to say about that, and I hope you have a good day.